Hi guys, you probably don't know, but Jailhouse Tours, one of our companies, has been nominated in the Excellent in Business Awards by Shropshire Star, or the Shropshire Star Excellent in Business Awards. We've been nominated as Young Business of the Year for that award, which we'll find out on May the 4th whether we've won. We're going to go and have a night out at the awards ceremony with all the staff, so that should be great. The other day, the judges came into the prison, and they came in basically for an hour. To do the judging, and our criteria was a few different categories, but basically we were told that we could do whatever we liked in the hour. It was our hour and we could run it however we wanted. So we thought, what better way to do it than to showcase kind of what we do and how it works, and take them through that journey of a prisoner. And we even chucked them aside our scare maze and made them play a little bit of battle archery. So here's a short 10-minute video or so, just showing what we did when the judges came to judge us for Young Business of the Year award. So we'll see if we win. More news on that on May the 4th.
Just put this on your head, please, sir.
I've been told it's hour, and we can do as we like.
Jesus. Yeah, Leah's having to go halfway through.
Come on through, please.
Thank you.
Let's just have a look what we do look like. Oh my God. Good job I had my hair cut.
Oh, this gives me the shivers. I don't like this.
It's just the hose down.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Get yourselves comfortable, you could be here a while. Okay, so I've been told you're here for an hour, and I've got about 40 minutes to take you through and show you what we do and explain how it meets all of the various criteria that we've been sent.
Okay.
You have to do it well, otherwise I get fired, which is why we record it, okay? So I've been told you're here for about an hour,
Okay.
so I'll be back in about 55 minutes. So very quickly, I'm just going to ask you to sit that on over your clothes for us, sit that on over your clothes for us.
Why not?
Just male only, was it?
Just males, yeah. Well, until 1921. We had females in a female wing until 1921.
Okay, and when was it closed?
4 years ago and 6 days.
Just 4 years ago?
4 years and 6 days, yeah.
This was operating prison 4 years ago.
Yeah, so
and what sort of inmates?
When we closed, it was mainly Cat Cs, so VP prisoners, predominantly sex offenders.
God.
We were about 90% sex offenders, but from 2010 previously, we were 80% Cat Bs.
Look, number 49. Shut it.
Oh my God.
Just go along with it. 5 minutes ago we were business people, now we're just going along with this.
Now we're banged up. God, can you imagine, Leah?
No.
Wow.
No, I can't.
Just 4 years ago.
So step onto A-wing for me. It's not a big wing.
So can we talk to you about the business side of it?
Absolutely, yeah. Please do. Ask all the questions you like.
Am I like you, Joel?
I am.
Now we know.
Ah, right.
But look how we've gone along with the fact that we're prisoners and we daren't ask you your name.
Trust me, if I gave you one of the officers, you'd be very quiet. Yes, you could say that I'm an entrepreneur, stroke businessman through and through. It comes right from the core of what I do. This prison was actually bought in 2013. The MOJ closed, well, they closed 8 prisons in 2013, 7 of which they sold, 1 they kept. When they sold the prisons, which was sold basically a year later, Shropshire was one of those. My wife worked there, we lived close to it, and I'd always seen it as a tourist attraction. I'd always thought this place would make a great tourist attraction. It's 450 years old, huge history, fantastic building, half the size of this. It's much easier to manage in that sense. In the heart of Somerset, so a big tourism draw anyway. We put a bid in to buy it. Unfortunately, we weren't successful in buying that. They sold it to a developer. We bought 4 prisons. Off the back of that, I got into a conversation with Trevor Osborne, who bought this one, who owns the Malmaison Hotel in Oxford.
I've seen
which is why people always make the correspondence between this being a hotel. It was never actually going to be a hotel. It was just literally something the media picked up on, because that's what he did with Oxford. So he bought this one. I was having a conversation with him, and he said, would you like to take this one over for 12 months, effectively, to run as a tourist attraction, do what you do in Shepton, you can have it for 12 months, it's sat empty, go crazy. So we did that. We're now stood here 2 years later, with a further extension of 2 more years, and we've just signed an agreement to take over both Shepton and Gloucester prisons for, again, the foreseeable future.
So what would you do with it if you're a property developer?
We would develop it probably into a full-time tourist attraction, a small hotel, and various other sections. We'd probably do what we do now on a full-term basis. We give you the bed frame, and you bring the comfort. So you bring a roll mat or an airbed type of stuff and a duvet and a sleeping bag.
Please don't step in.
And
That's why I won't go in.
they're incredibly popular because the way we pitch it is it's like the ultimate sleepover. So you come in with your friends and give you 5 or 6 cells together, and 10 people will stay in those cells and then chat, and we take on a nighttime tour, which is like not a horror tour, but we can go a lot deeper because it's 18 plus, so we can talk much more about the realities, what happens, and normally the prison officers lead that. And then about 11:30, midnight, you're then free to kind of roam the prison as you like. The officers are around chatting around and speaking if you need to. There's tea and coffee, we've got a bar open till midnight. So they're incredibly popular.
That's our first bar. That's our first bar. Okay, that's cool.
And then when you hold it, that's it, don't hold your finger over it, that's it. And then rather than hold the arrow, just hook your fingers, 1 finger above, 2 fingers below, that's it. Are they ready? Yeah.
Prisoners!
2 seconds.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Line up front!
You draw back your arrows.
Aim!
And then fire whenever you're ready. Right, again. You can't leave it till you hit them and make them scream. No, you're fine. Remember, they're prisoners, they're criminals. They deserve it, it's fine. You sure? Yeah. No, don't be silly. I wouldn't get away with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sensitive form.
Good morning. Welcome to Marrow.
So we let it out to the pharmaceutical company.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, for testing purposes.
Yes, I know, I see.
Right,
Very good.
welcome to Marrow. The work we do here is very advanced. It is a working laboratory, so obviously there's just a few things that we need to tell you. You will have your guides to take you through, so I do just need you to come through the decontamination unit now. So if you could...
Yeah,
okay.
We're about to get frightened online.
We hire this out to a to Marrow, which is a pharmaceutical company.
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'd just like to go and stand on the footprints there, please. Okay, if you'd just like to go and stand on the footprints, please.
Sorry, not me.
Okay, if you could just go and stand on the footprints, please. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Decontamination complete.
Oh, Jesus!
If you put your hands on each other's shoulders, it will be a lot safer. Do you want to follow John? Put your hands on his
I'm not
shoulders.
going through this.
It's fine. I'll be right behind you, don't worry.
They're still behind me.
Don't hang back, quick! Oh, hi everybody, welcome to Mary laboratories, honesty, integrity, trust. No, we should be okay because he can't. Oh God. That's not really supposed to happen. That's not one of the good blackouts.
Guys, come on, quick. Come through this way before they come out.
You might need to watch these locals. This is freaking me out.
So this is our execution room. This is where we did executions. Last one we done in 1961.